Hey, what's up guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today we are going to take a quick look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Leonardo Mutant Ninja Turtle Leonardo. That's what the box is. So this is like a mech kind of Gundam style Leonardo. I reviewed the Michelangelo not too long ago, and I reviewed the transforming Leonardo that transforms into the party wagon or the turtle van or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of extra detail. If you want any extra detail like articulation and stuff, I'm not going to do that in this video. You can go check out the Michelangelo video. I'll have it pinned at the top at some point or at the end of the video. I'll link it. They're basically the same exact figure, but different colors. So, and then they have obviously different stickers and tempo and all that on them. So their base is exactly the same. Their accessories are obviously different, so I'll go over the accessories. But other than that, I'll do a comparison and then we'll get up off this video. So anyway, you got the typical base. You saw this base there with Michelangelo. It's the same exact base. You get a nice little Ninja Turtle like sewer lid style thing going on, and you can stick the accessories in there. So that's really cool. So I do like that. It is cumbersome. Does take up a lot of space though. So Leo here, he basically has all the same articulation, the same light up gimmick, with which I will show off, and basic same aesthetic as Michelangelo did. Now we'll get a close-up on some of his other features though. For instance, like all the tampography and stickers or whatever you want to call those on him. Now he is the TMNT 01. Michelangelo was 03. And I believe Raphael is 02, but I haven't gotten him in yet. I haven't gotten him delivered yet, but he will be in soon. But we're just going over all the sticks. Some of these are very similar placement as as Michelangelo, especially like kind of this stuff here. Like I said, I have Michelangelo to do a comparison to. We got the TMNT 01 there, TMNT 01 Leonardo. These things are very nicely painted. Obviously die cast all over the place. These feet are totally die cast. You can see the die cast joints in here. I believe these, I want to say these are die cast too, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe this part is die cast. He definitely has some die cast on his biceps, I believe. I think his forearms are plastic. His chest could have some die cast in it. I'm not 100% sure, but you definitely see some under here in this piece that lifts up for his ab crunch. But yeah, you got the Leo symbol there. His head is obviously quite a bit different than Michelangelo's, as you can see, but it's kind of hard to see that writing. It says caution, but it's hard to see what else it says in there. I don't know why they did this weird thing with his bandana, make it kind of look like a fin, or like like on the car, like on the sports car or something, they'll have that tail or fin or whatever on the back of it. I don't know why they made it look like that. That I don't particularly like all that much. But then obviously we got the face here. Nice gold paint here on the front. Very, very similar to Michelangelo. His mouth does open. He does have the same kind of turtle neck out the shell gimmick that Mikey has. And then he does, obviously his eyes can turn on. Let's see if we can get it to work here. And there we go. Let me turn off the lights here really quick. So right now they're pulsing. That's off. On. Kind of bluish. blue-ish in there. On camera, it looks more blue than in person. And then you tap it again and you have the blinking eyes, and then obviously you can turn it off. These pizza slices work, so far they have worked on all of the Ninja Turtles that I have. So you don't need to have their own specific pizza slice that came with the figure. The magnet in it works with all of the other Ninja Turtles. So you can just use one, or if you lose one, it will work with the other Ninja Turtles. Now, the only thing that I do have a problem with mine aesthetically is that for some reason I can't get this arm to be straight. Now, I don't know why it's running into something. I don't know if it's running into something, because as you can see, this arm is pretty much straight. But this arm, for some reason, I can't get to go straight. Now, he does have a few different gimmicks. Like, he does have the piston gimmick in his elbows, which is really cool. Mikey didn't have that, so that is really cool. Other than that, he has the same little slide down piece that Mikey gets with the thigh, and this piece too to move out the way to get him to kick forward. So yeah, same articulation with the fingers as well. But I did want to show you the little slide piston gimmick that seems Leo so far is the only one that has it. We'll see if Raph has it, and obviously Donatello has not come out yet. So, but I am looking forward to Donatello. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to his accessories. All right, so starting off, he gets an assortment of connector pieces. Some of these pieces can be used to connect his swords to him. Some of these pieces are used for the shield. You get an extra little pole for the stand. One is longer than the other. This is the long one, and then another connector. So you get an assortment of these things. I'll show you what they look like on the actual figure, but I'm not going to really go over what each individual one is supposed to be doing, because you can literally plug these almost into anything. There are some that are specifically for certain things, but some of these are very interchangeable. So you don't have to just use one of these connectors for just one of the accessories. So you get a bunch of these connectors, and then here are the rest of the accessories. You get 2 katanas, you get 2 of these kind of smaller swords, your BFG, and then you get 2 smaller BFGs, a shield, and 4 shuriken. Now the shield, that's kind of, actually let's start with the swords first. The swords are really nice in their scabbards. Now they are actually in their scabbards, and they have a nice little click. I don't know if you can hear that, but they have a nice little click for them to go in there. So when they're in there, they are pretty freaking secure in there. So, but yeah, that scabbard looks pretty freaking cool. I love the paint on there. Everything looks really, really good. So you have that, and then you have the sword. And this sword is die cast. So this is an actual metal piece. This is not for children. You can actually stab somebody with this. So, but both of his swords look exactly the same. I believe they look exactly the same. Let's see. I don't think there are any differences in the mold. Yeah, they're exactly the same. So those are definitely die cast. So we have 2 of those. Actually, I'm going to move these out of the way because my focus keeps messing up because it's trying to focus on that stuff, on other stuff, I should say. Then the shield. Now the shield is in several pieces, I should say. So you can pull it out and use it for other stuff. Some of the like this stuff can connect to his shoulders. It can connect to his thighs. It can connect to his shins, I think, or his calf muscles. It can connect on his back, I think, even. Then this kind of doubles as a shield / like you can connect the swords to it. I'll show you some different poses or different ways that you can use this, but this is done very, very nicely. You can see that all you gotta do is slide these in together like that, and they will stay in. They won't flop around, but you can see the TMNT 01. I don't know what this says, if it says anything, but it does look cool, and it's also on his chest. Yeah, so not quite sure what that means, but then you got all of that. They did a damn good job with all of these stickers and stuff. So there's the shield, get that out the way. Then you get the 4 shuriken. There's really nothing to write home about for these. They're just painted shuriken. They do look cool, don't get me wrong, and they can connect to him. I'll show you that as well in a minute, but that looks good. So you get 4 of those. Then you get 2 of the smaller guns. Now the barrel does spin on this. I don't think you can take it out. No, you can't take it out. But this is done very nicely as well. I do like the way this looks. So that looks really, really cool. They even painted the little sight thing there. I believe that's what that's supposed to be for. But yeah, those look really cool. There's 2 of them. They look exactly the same. So there's no difference between those 2. So you get 2 of those. Then you get the smaller swords. You get 2 of these smaller swords. And these are also die cast. So these are also die cast. That's really cool. They even did it for the smaller swords, and these look awesome. So cool. I love that. The paint and everything on them is really, really nice. So I like that. And then you get, obviously you get the pizza magnet for the light gimmick. And then you get his BFG. Now these pieces are separate, so you do have to slide those in there. And they're meant to kind of slide into here, I guess, for extra ammo. Then this piece does slide back and forth. So you do have some movement there. No light up gimmick or movement gimmick for this one, like for Michelangelo. So that's kind of unfortunate, because these do all pretty much cost the same amount. So, and this was the second run of him. So I didn't get Leonardo when they first came out, because I just wasn't sure about them. One, finishing the line, and number 2, how good these things actually were going to be for the price. But so I was super unsure, but I took a chance with Mikey, and I was glad I did, and I was able to come back around and get Leo get Leo when he was re-released. So that's why this review is so late. This was just something I wasn't sure that I was gonna go all in on, but I am. So yeah, this thing is really cool. This is not die cast, I don't believe. I can't really tell because it doesn't feel cold. So I don't think that's die cast, but yeah. And then that is it for accessories. So next I'll go ahead and show you kind of some different ways that you can have all his accessories attached to him. So be right back. All right, so I finally got a lot of his accessories on him. I would have put more, but I have a serious problem with my set. The connector that's supposed to go with the shield, it slides in here, and it's this square. The hole is too big for the connector piece that they suggest that you use. So you have to use this piece, and it doesn't hold it. Like this thing, oh my God, this thing needs to be super snug in here. And look at this. You can just shake it right off. It's the same with the connector that's supposed to go in the back of his arm. So there's a connector here that I have the gun plugged in right now, but I can show you on this one. This connection is way too loose. Now, it doesn't seem like it, but once you put the shield in there, you can't hold the shield up properly. It's gonna keep slumping down because it weighs too much. So this connection piece is useless, and they only give you one of these. They only give you one. So you can't use that for the shield. So I can't even use this shield for anything. This shield part here This connection is also too small. So all the holes that it's supposed to go in, it's too loose in. You try to put it in, let's see if you try to put it in here, you can't. Look, it won't stay. It will not stay. I try to pull it out to get it in a little bit more. It'll eventually stay in, but you see it coming out. Look at it. It's not even in there all the way. You can just knock it right out. It'll just come right out. This one, you see that? This is how secure it's supposed to be. Like, you're not supposed to just knock that out. These things are supposed to be like tanks. And these connections, the connections for some of, or actually it's not even the connections themselves, the holes, it's the pegs. The pegs are too small. Then there's this piece. This is supposed to go into his hand, but there's no hole here in order to lock in the hand. There's a peg right here, if you can see it, that is supposed to go into his hand, or that the weapons are supposed to go into. If you look at his sword here, you can see that's the peg style. It's supposed to go in. It doesn't have that peg in that in this piece, so he can't hold it. And I don't know if this is just an issue for my copy, but this is a reissue. Any issues that the previous copy should have had, this should have been fixed. So I'm definitely going to try to get back to BBTS and see if they can, at least I'll send them this one back and they can send me a new copy, because this is not going to do it. Like, let's see if this even works. Is this something that you were supposed to be able to do? I don't know. But yeah, these are, I don't even know if these are supposed to be used on any other holes, because they don't even fit in these shield holes. So yeah, I can't even use this. This is completely useless to me, and so of our other pieces. So I mean, yeah, I have to return this. I have to get a return on this, because this is just not acceptable whatsoever. Not acceptable whatsoever. So anyway, I'm gonna stop messing around with this stuff. We'll get to the comparisons. So be right back with the comparisons. Alrighty, and here's the only comparison I'm going to do, because this is really the only comparison that matters. Here he is next to the Mecha Michelangelo, and then we have the Mecha Leonardo, the transforming Leonardo that turns into the turtle van, or the party wagon, or however you want to pronounce it. But just to show you, this is Leo's pizza magnet, and so it does activate Mikey's stuff. It does activate his eyes. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. I'll turn the lights off. You can see his eyes lit up there. I guess his eyes are orange. Actually, here, I'll turn off all my lights and then we can see the lights there. So yeah, there's Mikey. And see if I can get Leo. If I can see in the dark. There's Leo. So yeah, it is blue. And then here's the other. Actually, the other Leo is a button. And his is definitely the brightest of all of them. So yeah. So that's really cool. That is really cool. I mean, his freaking eyes are like a flashlight through the camera. So yeah, but that's what they look like with all their lights on. And look, you can even still see his lights on. I mean, they're so bright. They're so good. We will turn them all off now. Turn his off and turn off Leo's here. But yeah, they look awesome together. I freaking love this. It looks like Mikey might be bigger. Let me see. Let me straighten Mikey out a little bit. Whoops. No, maybe Mikey's not bigger. It's just all the stuff that he has on him. It's probably why he looks a little bit bigger, but I don't think he is. I think they're about the same height. Anyway, that is it for comparisons. So let's go ahead and get to my final thoughts. Alrighty, so in conclusion, he would be on par with Mikey if he didn't have all the issues with the pegs not fitting in the holes. I mean, I finally found a way to put this on him, but this just goes to the fact that they have enough holes to where you can try everything and maybe hopefully something fits. But that's not how I wanted to pose him. So that's everything else is awesome except the issues with putting the accessories on this figure. Like I said, loose here. This is iffy all day. I did forget. I wish I could speak. I did forget to show his back panel with the Leo in it. I did forget to show that because this time I actually did take the Ninja Turtle off the sprue. The last time I didn't take it off the sprue and you weren't able to see it, but it's the little capsule, and then you can turn it around and then you can see the Ninja Turtle in there. I'll try to get a light on that. So yeah, you can see a little Leonardo in there. So that's really dope. And I think this is just something I forgot to show in general, but it's basically the same as Mikey's. So yeah, that's really cool. So I'm wondering if they will still take it back since I've taken that piece out. So I don't know. We'll have to see if BBTS will do that. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the review. He's a cool ass character. I mean, the whole mech Ninja Turtle thing is just a dope idea, and so I do love that. I am glad I didn't get him first, because had I gotten him first, I probably wouldn't have continued with the line if every copy is like my copy. So hopefully every copy is not like my copy with the really fucked up pegs that won't go into the holes. So anyway, that is it for the review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.